Yo, what's going on, you guys? So, we have some major Panthers news today. Frank Reich is our new head coach. This is my choice, personally. I love this hire. First offensive. Weird thing about the Panthers' history. In their 30 years of existence, this is their first strictly offensive-minded head coach. Wild. Absolutely wild. But, I mean, we have had a few coaches that, had long tenures, but honestly, it's wild to me that we haven't had one offensive coach in 30 years. I'm feeling for Steve Wilkes. He did so well for the interim coaching job. 6-6 record. Led the tanking team of 1-4 to a potential playoff spot and ended the season 7-10, which is way better than any Matt Rule led season. And it's just it sucks for Steve Wilkes, honestly, because he deserved the job. I hope he gets a coordinator job, but I don't think he's going to take a coordinator job because I feel like he thinks he deserves a head coaching job now, and he completely does. He completely deserves a head coaching job anywhere else, honestly. So I'm so happy for what he has done here in Carolina. It's great. He was the Panthers' choice, The players wanted him. Bunch of fans wanted him. I would have loved to see him as the coach. I would have loved him. Because, I mean, Frank Reich is such a great coach. He was screwed over in Indianapolis. He had just veteran quarterbacks here, left and right. Some of them were pretty good. He had Phillip Rivers for 1 year, went to the playoffs. He had Andrew Luck, but then he retired. Then he had to deal with Jacoby Brissett and Carson Wentz. Both of their tenures were not even that bad either. And then he had 3-5. He was 3-5-1 with the Colts with Matt Ryan, which is not a terrible record. They finished what? I think they finished with 5 wins, something like that. Which, only had 2 more wins without him. Who knows what they could have got with the job. I think it's so great for a full circle moment. Frank Reich, he was the first quarterback in Panthers history. In 1995, the first games, he was the first quarterback to throw a touchdown. It's just so cool to have him 30 years later to be the head coach. It's just so cool. Honestly, it's a great story. It's just so cool to have, like I said, 30 years with an offensive-minded head coach. It's just it's such a good thing because the last few years, it's been offense. It's strictly been offense. Our defense has been top of the league. Last year we didn't even have the worst offense. We had a really bad offense with Baker. Baker made this offense look like it could not do anything, could not score. And then Sam Darnold comes in and PJ comes in, scores 20-point games, 30-point games, just crushing defenses. And then, we had the rushing yards against the Lions, the 320 rushing yards. That was crazy. This team has the players and it has the depth to have success. It has a great future. And hiring a guy like Frank Reich is such a good hire. Whatever the quarterback is next season, I think this team will go to the playoffs for sure. I think we'll get the 4 seed. I don't think Tom Brady is going to come back next year, so we definitely win the division. Saints might be all right. The Falcons might be all right. Everyone might be all right, But I think the Panthers have the best roster out of the 4 teams in this division for sure. Frank Reich coming in here has a full off season to do whatever he wants, whatever quarterback he assigns or drafts. There's plenty of dudes in this draft who have huge ceilings, really big ceilings. Stroud is going to be so good. Bryce Young might fall because of his size, and honestly, Bryce Young wouldn't be a terrible pick. If he falls, the Panthers they're gonna trade up for him. I think if the Panthers have the opportunity to trade for Bryce Young and he's not at 1 or 2 or 3, I think they're gonna trade for him. If Stroud is picked over him, if Levis, who knows? This offseason is gonna be so crazy. There's so many things. It's actually gonna be nuts. And yeah, he was my personal choice. I I knew he was not the problem in Indianapolis. I knew he wasn't. He got screwed over by his quarterback play. It's just that simple. He's perfect for the Panthers. He really is. He's perfect. Future is bright in Carolina. The future is bright. You know, we got potentially we'll be drafting a quarterback now because Sam Darnold isn't under contract. I mean, they might trade for a quarterback too. I mean, whenever Reich was over there in Indianapolis, he was known for trading for quarterbacks. So, you know, they might get Derek Carr. They might sign Lamar Jackson. Who knows? Who knows? They might pick Richardson. They might pick Levis. They might trade up and get Stroud. And if Stroud falls, maybe. But, you know, future is bright with Frank Reich. And we haven't even seen his coordinators yet. I mean, hopefully, like I said, Steve Wilkes gets the defensive coordinator job. But I heard about Vic Fangio. Maybe he'll get the job as well. Who knows, man? We got a long offseason ahead of us. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you know, this is my first YouTube video other than my welcome to the channel type thing. But I don't think that counts. You know, this is my first talking video about Panthers wise, and it's great. It's great. I'm really happy to be doing this. And yeah, just let me know in the comments if you enjoyed, like I said, Frank Reich, or if you would have liked anybody else. Steve Wilkes, Jim Caldwell, Shane, I don't know how you say his name, Shane Steichen as a head coach. Just let me know if you loved this hire, if you didn't like his hire. You know, let me know in the comments. Show your appreciation on this video. It would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to me. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your days, and take care. See ya.